Did EA Sports finally give us the college football game we've all been waiting on? Today I'm breaking down the full College Football 26 reveal, the official blog posts, and some inside nuggets from creators who already got their hands on the game. Stick around till the end to find out how you can win a free copy of the game, subscribe, and lock in. Okay, let's get into the full breakdown. So EA dropped a massive update on their blog post about what's coming in College Football 26, and there is a lot of stuff to unpack for people who actually know ball. So the first thing, they're loading in over 2,800 new plays. That's not just adding fluff. You got unique stuff in there like Rice's modern option, Penn State with the trick heavy sets and the stuff they did this year, and that tells me that they're finally dialing in on scheme identity. It's one thing to have a playbook and say that they're running an air raid, or they're running a spread option, or they're running a regular spread or a power spread. However, every team has a certain scheme, but particular things that they do within that scheme that makes them who they are. This is a step in the right direction, and it's not confirmed if we're getting historic schemes in the things that I wanted, like the Texas slot T or wing T, veer option, all of that stuff. However, it's a step in the right direction, and I'm all for it, especially if you big on play calling. And y'all already know what I do. Y'all know how I get down. So if this is true, man, you best believe I'm gonna be taking my offensive schemes to the next level. Now here's another one. The archetypes are changing up. So apparently they're not just cosmetic this year. They've reworked the archetypes to reflect how guys actually play. Once again, this is going to be real big for my schemes. You guys know the schemes that I've made. I look at the players that fit within those schemes from a particular coach, and I tell you that's who you need to recruit. So now if you're running a spread option offense, you're not going to be able to fit a pocket passer in there. Here's the big win for the whole community. Dynamic substitutions. Finally being able to rotate backs, guys, spell receivers mid-drive, or even swap a nose tackle on a 3rd and long without pausing. That's gonna change how people manage tempo. Let's go to the talk over 300 real-world coaches. There are full coaching staffs in the game now. Now, obviously, they don't mean recruiting and special teams coordinators, but I see now where we have the head coaches, the offensive coordinator, and defensive coordinator in the game. A few of the coaches' models were spot on, and a few of them were but I think it's perfect that we have the names in there now. So like EA done added over 300 guys, and the thing is they had their actual play styles and tendencies of those coaches. So if you facing Kirby Smart, you probably gonna see a very intensive defensive team. But yeah, a team that's more so focused on defense, heavy zone match, simulated pressures, tight red zone coverage. I even seen somebody mention that the same thing is happening in Madden. And they mentioned that if you play against Dan Campbell, he's more than likely to go for it on 4th down by the 50-yard line or midfield than any other coach in the game. So that means the coaches will have their actual tendencies in real life. So what I want to know is, does that mean Lane Kiffin is going to be faking injuries in the game with Ole Miss? If you think about it, if you know what a coach does and what a team does and they have tendencies, it makes game planning in Dynasty mode more realistic. You can actually understand those tendencies and you know what you got to plan for and be able to make the right coaching calls. Now, going back to the wear and tear system, we already hit on fatigue, but it's deeper than just like the red zones on the play art. Apparently, it's going to be tracking hits, stamina, and long-term durability across the season. I can't emphasize that enough, guys. So in those smaller games, like let's say we got a blowout against FCS East, it might make sense to hurry up and run up that score and get those guys out in the second half. Because you never know if you playing against a garbage team or in garbage time and one of your guys take a hit and you got a conference game coming up next week and now you're without that player. Now here's something I'm truly excited about. Foundational football advancements. They've upgraded the mechanics this year. They've improved coverage logic, smarter blocking, and physics-based tackling. So let's go back to the coverage logic. A lot of you guys complained about DBs having their back turned but still being able to pick off the ball. I've seen a couple of tweets that have stated that now if the defender does not have his eyes on the ball and does not get his head turned around, he will not be able to pick that ball off. Now, what I'm wondering is, can he possibly get his hands up and still make a play and deflect the ball? Can he see the wide receiver's hands go up? Is there a badge that allows defenders to play through the ball and rip their hands down and make a play at the last second? I have no clue. But to me, that is a win, man. Like, so placement on the ball is going to be a lot more important now. Those back shoulder throws where the guy is in man and he can't see it, your wideout should be able to make those plays. Smarter blocking. We kind of went over this when I was streaming the other day. There are a lot of broken plays in the game, and they might not be necessarily broken. However, the blocking schemes just don't follow up correctly. Like the tethering is off. Like on bug sweeps and counters, you want those guards and tackles, or whether it's a GH, you want those guys to hit the first defender and truly get up the field. But the big thing is pre-snap defensive control, guys. So you better expect me to be making defensive playbooks. I'm a big defensive guy, even though I love offense. Now we can have custom zones, real stunts, and twists. It ain't just a man blitz or a soft zone or a zone blitz anymore, guys. We can control the coverage zones of our players. So if we want to shade a safety to the left third of the field or to the right third, or make our own Tampa 2 or change it to a cover 4, or make a defensive end drop out in a flat, or even a spy, man, like we have full control of it, guys. And I'm so excited for that, because now we just don't have to roll with the regular shells. We can be creative in our defensive looks, and that is going to make this game way more balanced. EA put a huge emphasis on improving defense without degrading the offense, and this year we might have a chance to have a perfect balance. Now the presentation, they actually did a little bit of work on the presentation. The broadcast and commentary, of course, that's all back, but apparently Fowler, Reese, Desmond, Jesse Palmer, Pollock, all those guys are going to be able to react to your win streaks, your slumps. Now maybe we might actually get some stories and updates based on what's happening in your season as a whole. We won't hear the same generic taglines. The trophy room, a lot of you guys are happy about that. We finally bringing the trophy room back, man. A lot of guys requested that, so the trophies that you earn from rivalries, bowl wins, road to glory hardware is gonna be in your trophy room, so you can show off your accomplishments to all your friends. So Dynasty mode, the coaching trees are getting much deeper. Staff management matters, of course, because they're putting coordinators in the game. Recruiting got an overhaul. So there's location-based visits, more deal breakers, more personality traits. Some of the guys just don't want to play in your scheme now, or might demand early playing time. Now, of course, you saw that on your ratings on the side, but apparently the players now are going to just have more say-so in where they want to play ball. It won't just be a grade and you being able to convince them, like it won't hurt you. Now, a lot of the deal breakers will be a player to say, hey, coach, I just don't feel like I fit in a pro-style offense. I want to go play in the air raid. Or, hey, coach, man, I'm more better with my legs. You doing all this throwing. I want a scheme that allows me to play like Lamar Jackson. That is the realism that we're looking for in recruiting. I don't know if y'all remember the recruiting in college football 14, but when you recruit a 5-star sometimes and scout them fully, sometimes some of those guys' rating would drop by like 10 or 11 or even more. Or you would find a 3-star and his rating would go plus 10 or plus 5. Like, that's the scouting that we want back, besides a guy's rating just dropping, but he's still good enough. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I got a 5-star in this game and they said he wasn't rated what he should have been rated, I would still get him, because more times than not, that guy is still gonna come in at least like a 74 or 75. But if you're telling me you can get a 5-star and we're thinking his rating is like an 80 or 75, but really he's like a 64, that makes scouting more important. This year, I would just add guys to the board and give them the scholarship. And once again, everything is so scheme specific. So why would you go get a 5-star pocket passer if you're running a spread option? That guy ain't gonna fit your scheme. So now it ain't just, hey, let me grab all the 5-stars. If you're running a 4-3 defense where you're relying on front forward pressure and you need speedy D tackles, not gonna make sense for you to go get a 6'4", 350-pound nose tackle that's a road grader. You might want a guy like that just for third down, but inside, I want a Warren Sapp, I want an Aaron Donald. Now here's where things take a turn, and I know you guys aren't gonna be happy about it. Instead of playing full games in Road to Glory, apparently you get to pick 4 moments from a list before each game to play. And each of those goals have a basic worth of 50 points, and you have a bigger goal that's worth 200 points or more. The better you do on hitting those goals, you eventually accrue points, and those points will get you to a certain school's threshold, and then they will offer you. You can commit at any time that you want, and I'm assuming that's how the decommitments come into play. Now, you get to keep playing and you get to boost your skills, and it sweetens the deal, I guess, with the teams that you're signing with. And that's like a way of doing, I guess, like an NIL package or something. But if you play poorly, you can lose incentives and they might sign another player at your position. Now, I know a lot of you guys are mad about that, and that's truly disappointing. I'm just happy we're getting high school back, but I ain't gonna lie, I will level with y'all. It's a disappointment because we wanted the regular Road to Glory back. There was nothing wrong with us playing the high school games. Now, what I'm truly hoping is we can still play both ways, in that in Road to Glory, there are more positions. We should be able to play safety. We should be able to play D tackle, DN. Hell, somebody should be an offensive lineman or a tight end if they want to. But of course, we're going to see all of this during the Dynasty deep dive and the Road to Glory deep dive. That's all the information I have for that. Ultimate Team is still the same, legends, current players, but we really want to know, is the grind going to be worth it, and are the rewards going to be worth it? Especially for the guys like me that's more of an offline player. Will cut be worth it for me? Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to play nobody online and cut, but I like to grind and make my team and do challenges offline. So anyways, that's pretty much my full breakdown of the College Football 26 blog. There are a lot of promises and hype. Y'all better not forget, man, we running the College Football 26 giveaway. It is still live. I'm picking 2 winners, and one gonna get the standard edition and the other will win the deluxe edition. If you want to shout at an MVP bundle, we need to hit 300 followers on Twitch, 13,000 subs on YouTube before the launch day, and we will unlock a 3rd winner for the top tier bundle. Here's how you can enter. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below, let me know what feature you're hyped for the most. Also, if you want to double your chances, head over to Twitch and follow me at DuceSenpai_, and also send me a DM on Twitch with your YouTube name so I can verify you. That will only boost your odds at winning one of the 2 copies, and of course the 3rd copy if we do hit our goals. Don't forget, we're going to be breaking down the EA Deep Dives, Dynasty gameplay, Road to Glory, full videos or live streams. I haven't decided yet. And don't forget, if you come to my channel for custom playbooks, next week we are dropping the 2013 Jimbo Fisher Florida State playbook. And we got a battle coming up between 2 Lamar Jackson schemes, the Todd Monken Baltimore Ravens system versus the Bobby Petrino Louisville playbook. You don't want to miss that matchup, so make sure you got my notifications on so you don't miss a thing. It's your favorite senpai. Until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.